Throw away your history books. Because everything you've been told about the cradle of civilization is a total lie. If you think the Sumerians wrote the first words of humanity, you are dead wrong. In 1961, 3 small clay tablets pulled from the depths of Transylvania didn't just move the earth, they shattered everything we know about history. These tablets shouldn't exist, yet there they were. And their age was enough to break the entire academic narrative, exactly 7,000 years old. That's 2,000 years before the Sumerians ever touched a stylus. Why is the system trying to hide this truth? Why haven't you heard the name Tartaria in any school book? Today, Intriguing History is unsealing the forbidden file the system tried to erase. If you're ready, let's turn the compass toward the truth. It all began with a routine excavation led by archaeologist Nicolae Vlasa in Transylvania. But the ritual pit he uncovered was no ordinary grave. It was a warning sent across 7 millennia. Vlasa found 3 unassuming clay tablets buried alongside the charred remains of a human skeleton. The markings on these tablets looked so much like Sumerian cuneiform that the scientific community initially dismissed it as a mistake. But when the carbon dating results returned from the labs, the truth hit like a sledgehammer. 5,300 BC. Let that number sink in. That is 2,000 years before the first Sumerian city of Uruk was built. It is nearly 3,000 years before the Great Pyramid of Giza was even a thought in a pharaoh's mind. We are looking at a structured, complex writing system that predates every first we were ever taught in school. So why isn't this discovery on the front page of every history book? Why does the official narrative work so hard to label these as mere decorations or a statistical coincidence? The answer is as disturbing as it is simple. If the Tartaria Tablets are recognized as a true writing system, the entire foundation of Western history collapses. The cradle of civilization would move from the Middle East to the heart of Europe, to the mysterious and highly advanced Vinča culture. These people thrived in the Balkans, while the rest of the world was, according to our textbooks, still primitive. The Vinča built permanent cities with 2-story houses, mastered complex metallurgy long before the Bronze Age, and apparently they were recording their secrets in clay while the rest of humanity was still nomadic. The symbols themselves are a masterclass in ancient intrigue. Over 30 distinct characters are engraved on these tablets. Goats, stylized plants, and enigmatic geometric codes that follow a rigorous, structured logic. The few scholars brave enough to challenge the elite call this the Danube script, a lost language of a forgotten European empire. Others believe these aren't just words, but a form of ritual magic, a gateway to a belief system so ancient and powerful that the modern world has been forced to forget it. Imagine a world where the first poets and lawyers didn't speak a Semitic tongue in the desert, but a lost language in the lush forests of Transylvania. This isn't just a local discovery. It is a glitch in the matrix of our collective memory, a piece of truth the system tried to erase. The pushback from mainstream archaeology has been fierce. When the dating could no longer be ignored, critics pivoted to a desperate line of attack. They claimed the tablets were accidentally baked again in a laboratory during cleaning, which artificially aged the carbon results. It's a convenient excuse, isn't it? Whenever a piece of evidence fails to fit the approved timeline, the system finds a way to label it an anomaly or a mistake. But the Vinča culture left more than just these 3 tablets. Across the Balkans, thousands of similar artifacts have been found, like the Despilio tablet in Greece and the Setovo inscription in Bulgaria. All point to a massive, coordinated system of communication that existed 7,000 years ago. The Tartaria Tablets were just the tip of an iceberg that threatens to sink the ship of official history. Consider the implications of this forbidden knowledge. If writing began here, then everything we know about the migration of ideas, the development of religion, and the rise of the state must be reevaluated. Who were the Vinča? Where did they get this knowledge? And more importantly, why did they disappear? Around 3,500 BC, just as Sumer was supposedly beginning its ascent, the Vinča culture vanished. Their cities were abandoned, their kilns went cold, and their script was lost to the earth until Vlasa's shovel hit that ritual pit in 1961. Was it a climate disaster, an invasion, or did they simply take their forbidden knowledge elsewhere? leaving behind only these cryptic clay warnings for us to find millennia later. The system wants you to believe that progress is a straight line, a constant march from the primitive to the advanced. But the Tartaria Tablets prove that history is a series of peaks and valleys, and that we have forgotten more than we currently know. They are a physical reminder that there was once a high civilization in Europe that the modern elite would rather you didn't think about. By keeping the Tartaria Tablets out of the mainstream, they maintain the illusion that history is settled and that the experts have everything under control. But as you look at these 7,000-year-old symbols, you have to ask yourself, who is truly primitive? The one who carved these complex codes at the dawn of time, or the one who refuses to look at them because they are afraid of what they might find? The Tartaria Tablets are more than archaeological curiosities. They are a weapon against the forced amnesia of our species. They are a piece of the past that refuses to fit the approved version of our story, a stubborn fact standing in the way of a manufactured narrative. The cradle of civilization wasn't a single place, and the story of humanity wasn't a single path. We are rediscovering a lost world, one clay tablet at a time. Are you ready to follow the evidence, no matter where it leads? Are you ready to see what else they've buried beneath the frost of time? The compass is turning, and the files are being unsealed. This is only the beginning of the truth the system tried to erase. Follow the compass. Subscribe to Intriguing History.